Welcome, this is War General T bringing his next battle report. This is going to be a new one for me and a new one for you to see. This is Flames of War. I got my open fire box set and been working on putting these guys together. So I thought I would get in the game and show a friend and introduce him to the game. So here it is. And here we are at deployment for the British. There's a unit of armored platoon on the left there, one Sherman in the woods, one in the field, and the other going down between the fields and wood. And then he's got a platoon heading down the main street, the Sherman in the front, the back, and the Firefly in the center. The command armored company headquarters platoon there behind the wall, along with the paratroopers platoon on the right of them. And then we got the one unit of mortar along the field there, upper right corner, and then the bazooka team just at the corner of the wall there. So as you can notice from my fields, I found this burlapped framed kind of craft thing at Walmart. So if you wanted some ideas, and there you go. Besides getting some carpet pieces or actual frame pieces, you can use this for fields. Then I used some of my pieces, as you can see there, from the box set to place around the battlefield. And we kind of started each other's deployment behind the first line of the table edge, crack there down through the table. And that's the British deployment. And here we are to my German deployment. There I have a little bit more units than him, but we'll see here. I got my 3 Stugs, 2 by the left woods, and 1 down between the field and right woods. Then I got my first platoon covering that first Allied objective in the woods there. Then 1 Pak 40 in the corner of the field, far closer field, with the command team and the Penderschreck team there. Then behind the left field, just about to enter the second platoon. Unfortunately, I kind of noticed after the game and taking these pictures, I noticed that 1 Pak 40 is a little hot forward, so oops on my part. But of course, it's the first time playing for myself and playing against somebody and trying to teach somebody. I kind of missed that. So this is the German turn, or I mean not turn, but deployment. Okay, here we go to British turn 1. Rolled off and he won the turn. So his first armor squad moves up along the woods there, and one behind the house does his bogging check, passes that. The mortar team moves into the first house, and the next German unit, they move up the road. The command Shermans, they stay behind the wall. The infantry moves over, goes into the woods to get to the other set of walls. And see, was there actually everything, there's some of the tanks got in range, but we'll go to shooting on the next image. Alright, here's the shooting phase for the British. He shoots all the Shermans and the Fireflies. Everything misses except for that 1 Sherman there with the arrow. He shoots at Stug, getting a hit. The Stug misses its roll. Firepower check. Actually, it was, I believe it was under by 1. So the Firefly rolls for his firepower check and explodes my Stug. So down the Stug right away. And that's pretty much it for British turn. So we move off to German turn 1. Move the Stugs out from the woods up towards behind the first house there, going there. The infantry moves into the fields, half of them do, the other half along the edge. The command team and the Panzerschreck team, they move up to that other Allied objective in the center of the road. And the infantry just moves up to the edge of the woods. Second platoon at the top there. So this is my German shooting. The only thing in range was the Pak 40s. So one shoots, the left one shoots at the closest one, causing them to bail out. And my right Pak 40 shoots at the far Sherman with the long shot, and was able to get, since he didn't really move, 2 shots, one goes through to the firepower, and 1 dead Sherman. So on the first round here, British gets a Stug, and on my shooting, we get a Sherman tank. So everything's up pretty equal here. Now we go off to British turn 2. In his left picture there, the 2 command Shermans move up through the wood fields, passing in checks. He gets behind the next set of walls. And then Firefly moves behind the house. He attempts to do a morale check on that bailed out Sherman. Fails that. The infantry is still in the same spot. Mortar's still the same. On the right image there, the 1 Sherman goes to the right corner of the building factory, and the other 2, the other Sherman and Firefly, go behind, coming up, get a shot around the other corner. Then we move to German turn 2. I move the Stugs up along line the house there. The infantry moves up within the range of the house for the next turn to move in. Didn't have enough movement to go into it. The command team just kind of shuffles and stays there by that objective. And the other infantry stays in the woods where they were before. So we move on to British turn 3. The Firefly comes around the corner of the building to get a shot on the Pak 40. And the other Sherman moves up closer to the infantry and also gets to get a shot around. He does another morale check for his bailed out Sherman and fails that. Unfortunately, that's still bailed out. Here we are at the shooting phase. Everything, Shermans try to shoot at the Stugs there in the right image. Firefly attempts to shoot, but doesn't get any hits. And then the one on the left image with the left flank, the Firefly shoots at the Pak 40, misses. The Sherman shoots, misses. So yeah, I shoot the machine guns at the infantry. Got to kill one of those squads. So that's about it for him. And here we are to the German turn 3. Move the Stugs around the house to get better shots, because of course they're not turrets, so they gotta rotate in order to get their shots. And Panzerschreck team on the right there moves over a little bit to get shots on the Firefly or Sherman. I go off to my German shooting phase. Oh, there you can see the infantry moving into the house now. And we move off to British turn 4. So he moved that one Sherman out of the behind the wall into the road and on the other side of the wall. The infantry moves up behind the wall. The bazooka team's up the corner of the house there behind the destroyed Firefly. On this turn, he finally gets to get his guys back into the Sherman that's in the road there that was bailed out. And then the last remaining Sherman from the far left platoon, he moves back towards behind the house. Hopefully trying to get other angles or save his ass. And this kind of goes into the shooting phase also, where we got the Sherman shooting at the Pak 40, destroying that. The mortar team shoots at aims for the command team, and they save their being shelled at. The rifle team, his rifle team there shoots at mine in the house, misses though. And that's it for British turn 4. So here we go off to German turn 4. Move the Stugs down the side road towards the main road. And the lead Stug, he was able to get a shot off at the Sherman there, as you can see in the right image, destroying him. That's pretty much the only moves, except that I believe, yeah, this it's not in this image, but you'll see it upcoming. I had moved my infantry out of the woods on the far right there, starting to head towards around my right to his left flank. And that's it for this stage. Then we go off to shooting a little bit. The only thing was the Sherman shoot out of the Stug in the lead Stug, and unfortunately the Stug saves the anti-tank check, so that doesn't cause no effect. So here we are off to my turn 5. I move the infantry there on the left image out of the house up to the objective. The Stugs move out to the center of the road some more to get angle shots. And the Panzerschreck team moves up towards the corner of the factory there to get shots also. And there you can see the infantry on the right moved out of the woods, heading through the fields. And for shooting, go to the next one. So here we are at German shooting. The first Stug shoots at the Sherman between the houses, causing them to be bailed out. The center, the Sherman down the main row there in the center, he shoots but causes no effect on the first Sherman along the wall there. So then it's up to the Panzerschreck team. They shoot at that Stug. I mean, not the Sherman along the wall. And then on their row of firepower, they would cause the Sherman to bail out. So now that he's got 2 more bailed out tanks. And my infantry there on the right shoot at his infantry, killing 1 squad. And that's about it for my turn. And then on this turn, British turn 6. We have the infantry just kind of reconsolidating up behind the wall. And he does a morale check on the Sherman along the fence there and passes that. So they're back in. Attempts to do the same on the Sherman between the buildings. Unfortunately, they fail. So they're still bailed out. And then for shooting, we got that on the right image there. His infantry shoots in mine at the objective, killing a squad. The mortar shoots at the other infantry, and they save that. And that's it for anything else. So here we go to German turn 6. The infantry is moving up through the fields. And then on the right, we have also the shooting. Pretty much goes into shooting phase. So my grenadiers shoot at his infantry. Do my rows, and I was able to kill 2 squads of them. The Stugs try to fire again, causing no effects, and then missing. Or actually, my Panzerschreck team missed. They're getting hits. They've been getting hits in this game, but not very much destroyed from them. It's all pretty much of the Stugs and the Pak 40 at the beginning. Then that's it from German phase. So here we are at the end, kind of due to time and learning the game. It's pretty much both first time for us, and me trying to teach him from what I've read and learned. We kind of ended it here, and it turned out to be a German major victory, 5-2 on the chart. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed and learned something and got to see some action from the open fire set. And stay tuned for future battle reports and mission reports. So thank you and enjoy.